Hamas releases dual U.S.-Israeli citizen hostage Eden Alexander. The hostage was given to the U.S. as a gesture of goodwill. Due to the release of the hostage and pressure from the U.S., the Israeli side returned to peace negotiations. Eden Alexander, a U.S. citizen of Israeli origin, had been held by Hamas for 584 days. Hamas released Alexander gratuitously as a gesture of goodwill just before U.S. President Donald Trump's trip to the Middle East. 21-year-old Alexander was handed over to the Red Cross like previous hostages. This time, however, Hamas did not hold a ceremony. Red Cross teams handed the hostage over to Israeli soldiers. Alexander was welcomed by his family, as well as Trump's special envoy to the Middle East, Steve Witkoff. Alexander will also travel to Qatar to meet with Trump on Wednesday if his health permits.
Oh my God, he died?
The hostages' release was the result of negotiations between Witkoff and Hamas chief negotiator Khalil Ahaya through a mediator. The White House hopes that Alexander's release will help break the deadlock in negotiations for peace in Gaza. Hours before the hostages' release, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu met with Witkoff and U.S. Ambassador to Israel Mike Huckabee. During this meeting, Netanyahu also spoke by phone with Trump. Netanyahu thanked Trump for his support in the release of Eden Alexander. Netanyahu had said the previous day that Alexander's release would not lead to a ceasefire in Gaza or the release of Palestinian prisoners. However, following this meeting, the Israeli Prime Minister's office announced that his country was returning to negotiations. Israel will send a delegation to Qatar to discuss the deal presented by Witkoff. If the plan is implemented, 8 or 10 hostages will be released in exchange for a 45 to 70-day ceasefire. Tel Aviv also said in a statement that attacks on Gaza will not be halted during the negotiations.